Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 8639, Big Bentley Bust Out. It has 743 pieces for ages 7 to 12, and it's from Cars 2, brought to you by Disney and Pixar, and this set retails for $69.99. And before I continue, I would like to give a shout out to Venus and Dararaman and Leg Zero Reviewer. They are the subscribers who had requested that I review this set, so everyone check out their channels. And moving forward, here in the front we see a scene from Cars 2, the movie, even though this is not what happens exactly. And here on the side we have the cars, more on that later. And here in the back we see some playability. And then down here we see some closer shots of the stage over there. And there's the control room inside the clock tower, okay? And there's Holly Shiftwell. And there's the doors, okay? And I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here is Lightning McQueen, and he is back in the summer 2011 sets, and he's only available in this set only this time around. Okay, and as you can see, there's the World Grand Prix version of him, and here it is from the side. There's the top where it says World Grand Prix, and it barely says Lightning McQueen there on the sides over here. Okay, and there's the bottom, not much to it. And here's the front where it says Hudson Hornet, Piston Cup. You know, if you say that 10 times faster, it sounds like Piston Cup. How's that for alternative fuel? There's the other side, and there we go. Okay, let's take a look at Miles Axelrod. Here's Miles Axelrod, and he is new and exclusive to the set. Okay, you won't get him anywhere else. And here he is from the front, and as you can see, they did a really good job of the details here. Those are printed pieces, not stickers. But then when you look at this side, there's like nothing here. You would figure that being the bazillionaire that he is, he can afford something to put over here, but I guess not. Well, I guess that's how you keep your millions. And then over here we have a little detail there on the bottom, but still missing some stuff over here. Okay, and same thing with this side. Looks like a regular Lego racer. Here's the top, and nothing on the bottom. Next is the Queen, and she is also new and exclusive to the set. Here's the front, and those are printed pieces again. But just like Axelrod on the side here, there's really nothing here, and she could use some details. But I can understand this is made with multiple pieces. On Axelrod, there's really no excuse because that's like a solid piece right there and over here. Okay, so who knows? There's the top, not much to it, but that's a nice crown, by the way. Nothing on the bottom. And here's the back, which I find that it looks a little strange because this part looks like a butt for a car if I ever saw one. Okay, and there's the Queen for you. Next is Holly Shiftwell, which you may have seen before in previous sets, only this time around she has a pair of wings, which is really cool looking. Okay, and that is something I could use on my car. A pair of wings would help me get out of traffic. That'd be really nice. But anyway, here's the top, and those are printed pieces that you see there. There's the front. Very nicely done. And there's the bottom, not much to it. And there's the back. She's pretty smooth all around except for these two studs here and the taillights over there. And like most girls, she would like to stay skinny, so what you can do is you can take these wings off. Okay, and then just put these back over here. And now it looks like she lost some weight. Okay, and there we go. That's one way to do it. Next is Professor Z, which you've also seen before, only this time around he has this little piece attached here on the side there, which could be an arm, who knows. Okay, and here's the top. There's the bottom, not much to it. And here it is on the front. He has the same monocle with the same sinister look. Okay, and there's the back. Not much to it at all. Next is Finn McMissile, and I gotta say, after watching the movie, this guy's actually pretty cool. I like him. Okay, and here's the top, and that's a printed piece. And his eyes are never looking forward in any of the sets. Okay, it's always the same headpiece over here. Okay, and there's the side. There's the bottom, not much to it. And there's the front. We have another printed piece over here. And there's the back, not much to it. Now, he is the longest car in the set. And he's longer than the Queen by about a stud. Okay, because this is like the second longest car here. And being that this is an Aston Martin, you can take off this top piece over here. And you can remove that piece over there. And you can convert this for your minifigures. Just add a steering wheel and a windshield. And it might look a little bit strange, but you can work with that. Okay? And finally, we have Tow Mater, or in this case, we have Agent Mater, because he is souped up with those Gatling guns there on the sides and the jet rockets over here. And here he is from the front, where he has the same set of eyes and the mouth from previous sets. And here's the side where it says Tow Mater, Towing and Salvage, Radiator Springs. And over here we have another printed piece, which is really nice. And this can move up and down. And for the record, he can tow around McQueen, Holly, and Finn McMissile. Okay, the other three cars here, he can't tow them around, so just want to let you know. There's the bottom, not much to it. And there's the top. And what makes him different from all the other Tow Maters is that you get a sticker to put on the engine hood over there, which is this little time bomb over there, in which he has 5 seconds to live, which is not good. So I did Tow Mater the favor of not putting it on there. Ain't that nice? And now take a look at the set. First, taking a look at the accessories, we get to build the stage, which in my opinion should have been a little bit bigger. And there's really not much to it, it's a very simple design. Okay, and on the sides here we have 2 gold flags, and here's what it looks like all around. And you can put the queen on the stage here just like they do in the picture. And you can have her diagonal just like that, although she's not very sturdy. Okay, she's a little bit wobbly. And you can also put her like this if you want, although her wheels will not touch the stage. Okay, just be right there on the edge, and she can't move or anything. And Tow Mater can't pull her out, so you may not want to do that. But there we go. Alright. Next, we also get to build this railing over here, which is a doodad for the background. And as you can see, it's very straightforward, very simple in design. And we get 2 flags. And we also get to build this street lamp over here, which is also really easy, but it's really nice for the background too. And you also get some stickers to put the British flag over there on those banners over here. Okay, you get 4, 2 on each side. I didn't put them on there because I will reuse those parts for another creation, so it didn't really make any sense for me to put stickers on there. Okay, and now let's take a look at the Big Bentley. And finally, we have the Big Bentley, which looks really cool in design. And as you can see, it's modeled after the Big Ben in London. And over here we get a sticker for the clock, and when you don't put it on there, it looks like a big screen TV, which looks pretty cool too. What I don't like about this tower is that they have these gray pieces here that really stand out, and that's just there to help hold the tower together. Okay, this way it's really sturdy and it won't collapse. Alright, and then down here we have a pair of doors that can slide open, just like that. Okay, and if you try closing one door, it won't go all the way through because this cheese slope over here is what prevents it from going all the way through. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And over here is the side, and here's what it looks like going up and down. Okay, it's really nice and pretty hollow too. It's just a big frame. And over here we have a mechanism, which I don't recall being in the movie, but it does add some playabilities to the set, and it just raises and lowers this piece over here. Okay, and then over on this side is the back, and that's what it looks like. Alright, and down here we have a fire extinguisher, and this is the control room, okay, where you get a lot of stickers over here for all kinds of things. Alright, this is the control room where Professor Z does his little planning against the racers in the World Grand Prix. And moving upwards, we have a platform right behind the clock, and we have this knob here that you can turn, and it will kick a car through that clock over there, which is pretty neat, but I'll show you that pretty soon. And finally we have the other side, which is really plain. There's really not much to it, just a bunch of railing there. Okay, and there we go. Now up here is a really cool feature. What you can do is you can place a car up here on the brown platform and just make sure the tires are in line with the brown pieces over there. And in this case I'll use Finn McMissile. Okay, and then what you can do is you can turn this knob and you can kick him in the butt and he'll go right through the clock over here, which is really neat. However, before you do that, you just want to make sure that these pieces are straight, okay? Make sure they're not turned and blocking the clock, or else Finn McMissile will bump into a wall and he'll go from British intelligence to average intelligence really fast. And you don't have to do it really hard. You can do it nice and soft if you like, and it'll still work, okay? And there we go. Okay, it goes right through. And as you can see, that panel was only attached by these 2 studs over here. And I just want to warn you that when you play with this, don't have the clock facing you, okay, or else you'll hit yourself in the face, which is not very fun. And for the record, okay, all the cars can fit through there, except for the Queen, because her crown will get knocked off. She'll probably go through anyway, but just want to point that out. And obviously Tow Mater won't fit there, and either will Holly, unless you take the wings off. Okay, and that's it. Now for the recommendations. Overall, I'd say that this is a really good set. It's probably the best one out of all the Cars 2 sets that they made so far. When you look at the playabilities, we get 7 of your favorite Cars 2 characters, and 6 of them are exclusive to this set, although 4 of them are just cars that we've seen before, but with different parts added to them. But still, in addition to that, we get this really cool tower, which you saw earlier, has some pretty good playable features. So the playabilities are pretty good overall. And when it comes to the value, it's actually really good considering there's so many printed pieces in this set. We get 743 pieces for $70, and that comes out to about 9.5 cents a piece, which is really good. And in addition to that, we get these new pieces over here. Well, I believe they're new. Okay, it's a 2x2x13 support piece with 5 peg holes in there. And as you can see, it does the job really well because this tower is not coming down anytime soon. And overall, you'll find that this is a pretty good and worthwhile set to get, especially if you're a huge Cars 2 fan. And that sums up my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.